What is up, guys, and welcome back to Whaler Football. If you're new to the channel, I'm glad you're here. Please hit that like and subscribe button, baby. We are going to be doing a complete offseason in this episode, guys, and before we get started with the end of season tasks that we need to do, looks like Coach Ahab is going to be getting a contract extension. We all talked it over, Coach, and we could not be more excited with what you've done here. Please stay for at least another contract. Let's go ahead and view that. So I know it only shows on the screen that Captain Ahab has been the head coach of the Whalers for 3 years, but it's actually been 4 years. The first year we were 0-12, and then we finally got one win at 1-11, and then I actually had to do some navigating around the system in order to get him hired again, because they originally fired him, but we found a way to get him hired again for the Whalers. That is when we went 12-2, and that's when I decided, okay, we got to get to a more tougher conference because we need to get better recruits and we need to be taken seriously in this game. So that's when we went to the Big Ten, and guys, last year we finished 10-4 with an outstanding victory over Florida. And it looks like they're going to want to extend us to a 7-year extension all the way to 2023. Now, let's see what the coaching carousel is all about. Like I said in the last video, guys, I am scared that we're going to be losing our offensive coordinator. Looks like we dodged a bullet, guys. Our offensive coordinator is staying. He actually signed an extension. Dino Babers, man. He is going to stay with the Whaler program all the way up until 2021. So that is good news for our offense. Looking at players leaving, I don't think we have any seniors on the team that actually play, so I'm not too worried about this. So it does look like we actually had some players that were pretty good leaving. I didn't realize they were seniors. Joshua Gamey, I now remember that he was a senior, so I knew this was going to be his last year. 82 overall, left outside linebacker, was actually a transfer student. That's why his time ran out so fast here. We didn't even redshirt him. And then we got Luther Evans, 75 right tackle. Hopefully I've recruited a tackle. I think I have. I think we have some kind of freshman or sophomore that's going to be able to fill in and take that spot. So I'm not too worried about that. And then we already have a punter. I already know that. That's way better than Chris Williams. And everybody after that is just leftovers from whenever we first started this dynasty when everybody was a 40 overall. Quick shout out to Joshua Gamey. Thank you so much for being a subscriber and also playing this season for the Whalers. Transfer request. Do we have any transfer student athletes wanting to come to the Whalers this year? Absolutely not. Okay. All right, guys, next thing we got is recruiting. This is when the offseason gets serious because we still need a couple more positions to be filled, and hopefully we can fill them with some of the remaining recruits we have left on our list. Now, we've done a great job recruiting this year, guys. We already have 19 signed athletes. We only have 6 remaining scholarships. So the 2 guys that I've decided to recruit hard at this stage in recruiting is Jeremy Davis and Paul Siegel. Both of these guys would help tremendously on the defensive side of the ball. They are athletes. Jeremy Davis is a 78 overall and Paul Siegel is a 77. I'm looking at both of these guys as secondary players. Both have outstanding speed. Siegel with 95 speed, Davis with 98 speed. They do have good player recognition. Davis with a 72 player recognition. His tackling is great at a 72. Zone coverage 76. 77 catching. That is crazy. If he plays free safety for us, 77 catching with 90 spectacular catches. If we're able to get this guy, he is going to be a ball hawk for us. Siegel, not bad as well. Play recognition is actually a little higher. 81, man coverage 79, zone coverage 80, press 75. Catching is a little down at a 61, but still, he would be a legit corner after his redshirt season. Some of the other guys I would love to give points to include Eddie Scott, Matt Rowe, Stephen Bryant, and especially Jesse McQueen. But the fact of the matter is that off-season recruiting, you can only really go after 2 or 3 players, and I don't want to take anything to chance. We desperately need these 2 players to help our defense, to put speed on defense. We need to create more turnovers on defense, and so that is why this recruiting class has been so heavily focused on defense. We have been just recruiting athletes like crazy. So that's why we're going with those 2 guys. Whew! Okay, so we got those 2 guys. That's awesome, but I'm really surprised we didn't get anybody else. Like, throw me a bone. Some of these guys we were leading in, and they straight up just did not commit at all. So, you know what? It is what it is. We did get the 2 players that I wanted to. And look, Jeremy Davis, they say he's going to be a free safety. That's probably going to be his best position. And then they got Paul Siegel at a halfback. But again, we're probably going to put him at cornerback. Now, something is interesting, guys. We have 0 scholarships remaining. That means that we were able to give out a total of 25 scholarships. Now, before we went into offseason recruiting, we still had 6 scholarships remaining. We just saw that we signed 2 guys. So that means there are 4 guys that signed that for whatever reason they didn't actually put on that previous page. So let's go ahead and look at our class. So not bad, guys. We finished number 16 in the nation. We had 4 4-star recruits, 3 13-star recruits, 6 2-stars, and 2 1-stars, which gets us all the way to 25, guys. So let's break down our recruiting class. Like I say every offseason, if you want to be on the team, this is your chance to look at the players that we recruited and tell me in the comment section below who you would like me to substitute your name for. So first up, John Allen, 83 overall punter. David Knox, athlete, 79 overall. Ross Stewart, 79 overall athlete. Joe Bernard, 78 overall athlete. Jeremy Davis, 78 overall athlete. Paul Siegel, 77 overall athlete. So right there, guys, I know it only says that we were able to get 4 4-star recruits, but look, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Well, I don't know how to count. That is 6, not 7. 6 guys right there that, in my opinion, those should be 5 stars. I mean, come on, guys. Lowest rated player is a 77. Highest rated player is an 83. Some of these guys need to be 5-star athletes. Going down, helping on the defensive line, John Wright, 69 overall defensive end. Eric Fleming, 68 overall D tackle. Damian Sapp, athlete, 68 overall. Mike Willis, outside linebacker, 68. Tim Gonzalez, 67 overall cornerback. Tyler Barber, defensive end, 67. Justin Vickers, 66 overall athlete. Kevin Davison, 66 overall tight end. Chase Edwards, 66 wide receiver. Brudit Woods, I think that's how you say it, tackle, 64 overall. Chad Joyce, another tackle, 64 overall. Ryan Scales, middle linebacker, 62 overall. Greg Daniels, 62 overall fullback. Keith Mitchell, 62 overall cornerback. And Myron Baker, 62 overall outside linebacker. These last couple guys, I might not be able to redshirt the tackles just because we're going to need them in year 1. I'll have to check the depth charts, but these 4 guys down here at the bottom, these guys are all definitely getting redshirted. So by the time they're, I'd say a chance for them to start would probably their redshirt sophomore year. They'll probably be in the mid-70s. So then they'll start being really good players for us. Moving on to position changes, guys. One of the funnest things you get to do in off-season, and we have a lot of recruits that were athletes, so let's put them in their best spot. First up, we got Ross Stewart, JUCO. See where he best fits at. Right now, he is a 79 overall, but it looks like at quarterback, he's going to get bumped up to an 80 overall. And that is where my friend is going to go. Ross Stewart is now a quarterback. Next athlete we got up is David Knox. Looks like this guy's going to be best suited at halfback, 79 overall, and that's going to give us a backup to Kid Caliber because right now Bentley is a huge drop-off at a 72. So this guy's already going to be better than Bentley as a true freshman. Next up, guys, Joe Bernard. Now, this guy surprised me a lot. You could put this guy in a bunch of different spots. So, a quarterback, he is a 79 overall. At wide receiver, he is a 78 overall. What's crazy, guys, is that at cornerback, he is a 77. At free safety, he's an 81. And at strong safety, he is a 79. I'm going to go ahead and put him at free safety as an 81, guys, because this guy has great catching, great jumping. He's going to be making picks all day long. This is going to be the ball hawk. I didn't think it was going to be Joe Bernard, but turned out he's going to be our ball hawk for the next 4 years. Jeremy Davis. We're going to put this guy at wide receiver. I told you guys I wasn't looking for a wide receiver, but he is just too good to pass up at wide receiver. 98 speed at wide receiver, and a lot of our receivers are juniors and seniors, so we're not going to have him. So this is a great fill-in for a young, talented guy. 6'3", 210, 98 speed. Paul Siegel, 77 overall athlete. This is one of those guys that we're just going to go ahead and put him at cornerback. He is a 75 overall. We're not maxing him out because obviously he's a 77 overall, so he takes a little dip at corner, but we still need help at cornerback, and he has great attributes for a cornerback. He's got 95 speed, agility is really good, and then he also has a lot of good man coverage, player recognition attributes as well. So he's going to be a cornerback. Up next, Damian Sapp, 68 overall. We're going to go ahead and put this guy at middle linebacker. With Rambo Harris being a senior in the next season coming up, we don't have anybody to fill that spot, so that's where we're going to put Sapp. And finally, Justin Vickers. This is an athlete that, when I looked at his overall, he is a 66 overall. Just watch what happens when we put him at some positions. I've never seen this before in NCAA 14, how big of a jump he makes at some of these positions. Again, 66 overall right now. Boom. There you go, guys. Strong safety jumps up to a 76. 10 points. Are you kidding me? He jumped up 10 points. Do you think that's crazy? Watch this. Free safety, 79. The dude goes up 13 points. Again, I've never seen an athlete jump up this many points. You usually see 1 or 2, not 13. That is ridiculous. So it was really hard for me to figure out where I wanted this guy. Originally, you're like, geez, free safety, 79 overall, sure, go ahead. But like I said earlier, guys, we have Bernard. Bernard is an 81 overall free safety. So we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to put him at strong safety at a 76 plus 10 overall. Again, never seen this before in my life. Before we move on from position changes, guys, I wanted to reach out to Austin Kagan. I took a look at your player. I'm trying to get him to play different positions, but the only problem is that, I mean, he is a quarterback. So whenever I put him at different positions, he drops drastically to the low 70s or high 60s. So sorry, man, but the best place for you, unfortunately, is as a quarterback. I know you're third string right now, but who knows? Skylar Williams is going to be out the door next year. Somebody gets hurt, and then boom, there you go. You're the starting quarterback. Woo, getting excited, baby. Training results. Let's see how our boys did in the offseason, hitting the weights, hitting that track. Boom! Skylar Williams, 98 overall. Samuel Frizzell the Gazelle, 95 overall. Got +1 in that speed, baby, making him a 97. Kid Caliber, a 94 overall, +5. Got 1 for speed, 98. Hart finally got that overall up to the 90s, baby. 91 +5. The GOAT, 90 overall defensive end. That is going to help so much. Thurrock Morton went up +6, baby. 88 overall. We're going to start kicking some 50-yard field goals this season, guy. Cornerback Jenkins, 87 overall. Harris, 86 overall. Balboa Jr., 84 overall. Victor, 84 overall. Kagan, 84 overall quarterback. So there you go, baby. You're second string now. You are ahead of that transfer student. Gaskins, right in, 83 overall. Hoffman, free safety, 82. Smith at cornerback is an 81. Kilpatrick Jr., 81 overall, right outside linebacker. The center, Hurley, 81 overall. Chapman, the tight end, is an 80 overall. So we've had a lot of improvements, guys. Our team is just getting better and better each and every year. This is going to be another exciting season. I cannot wait to see what our team overalls are as far as offense and defense. All right, guys, last thing we're going to do before we start playing the very next season is go over our schedule. We're going to be opening up with a strength of schedule at a B. We're going to be playing some warm-up games to start the year. First game is going up against the FCS Northwest Predators. Then we got Boise State, and then we travel on the road to number 5, Miami. That is going to be a crucial game for our season. It's going to be our big test early in the season. And then we're going to start conference play. We're going to play Minnesota, Death Valley State, Forney University, Michigan State, UGF, Michigan, Penn State, number 20 Ohio State, number 12 Indiana. And if everything goes well, we might be playing for another conference championship. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe. I'm the coach. See you next time.